Hi everybody, Steve Cooper here at the Mansfield CVS, and just to have a few minutes with you to do our August update. And what we're going to do is, obviously there's a couple of bits that we can, obviously as we always do, signpost you to, but particularly today around physical exercises and hopefully helping people who are perhaps feeling a bit isolated at the moment, to say the least. But also we thought that what we would do in this update is we would just cover some of the facts of how we've actually supported in partnership with the voluntary sector here in Mansfield, different individuals through this period of lockdown, predominantly focusing around March to July. So like many organisations, we've found ourselves having to adapt our usual services, but as like many other organisations, we were able to continue the support and provide that important information, advice and guidance to our community. The creation that we talked about a long time ago and support through our befriending line has actually helped some 4,016 individuals throughout Mansfield and Ashfield. And again, this couldn't have been achieved if it hadn't have been partners such as the Ladybrook Centre working alongside to meet these calls. And to give you an idea of the content of those calls, not quite, but almost half of those calls were either people requiring a bit of general support around different things that were happening as it all changed. We had, as I say, general support and miscellaneous questions, and as I say, that was almost half. 17% of the questions, though, were around about emergency food queries, along with 12% that were asking around to take advantage of a befriending. 10% were people who required some shopping support, and 7% was volunteering, people needing volunteers or people wanting to become volunteers, and the last 6% was around people just wanting to get some advice about how to maintain their medication and where to get it from. So that was, that's the type of thing that we've been involved in, as I say, very much so in partnership with other voluntary sector organisations over the last few weeks. And we're going to obviously continue that support. But what we want to start to do now, and this is what today is about as well, is we want to let organisations and charities know that we're now in a position in a number of ways to actually start to support charities to really start to amplify their marketing and communications structures and strategies. Whether or not there's some support around making sure that how they're actually saying or what they're actually offering is accessible, that the signposting and the way that they do it actually meets the needs of individuals, then we're in a position now to start to be able to provide that type of support. And what we're going to do is over the next few weeks, and particularly in the update in September, is using social media, our newsletters, etc. We're really going to sort of stamp up that offer so people are aware of what we're wanting to offer to the voluntary sector in the Mansfield and Ashfield area. So if you are a group that likes the sound of this, and I know I've just blasted over it, and you want some additional information, then don't hesitate. Give us a call on 01623 392 444 or email us at info@mansfieldcvs.org, and we'll be able to put you in touch with the individuals at the CVS who are the right ones for the right piece, for the information that you're looking for. Volunteering. Well, obviously, again, since the lockdown, we've not been able to do the face-to-face volunteer interviews that we did in the past because there's obvious health and safety issues, but also because we've not been asked as much as we have in the past through organisations, and obviously that's all very COVID-related. But as we're noticing now, as groups are beginning to adjust in the way that they work, they're starting to reopen, we are now receiving more voluntary roles. And so again, if you've got a voluntary role that you want to have some support in filling, or you want us to help promote, or you're somebody who potentially could be a volunteer, then please, again, don't hesitate to give us a call. And this time you can either Thank you. This time you can either go on 01623 392 444 or contact Joe directly on jwakefield, one word, at mansfieldcvs.org, and Joe will start that ball rolling with you. So obviously we are undefeatable, and the predominant reason why I'm here at the CVS is still running, and it's been very different like everything else for everybody. But we're still here and we're still operational. One of the things that we've managed to gain a little bit of additional funding for is a walk and talk group, and we're calling it One Step at a Time, and that is in step with other areas of the Nottingham and Nottinghamshire are also going to be doing a very similar, if they're not the same thing as ourselves, and we just thought it would help maintain some sort of uniformity if we all worked under the same heading. As I say, it's a new project. It'll be starting at the beginning of September. We're working with volunteers at the moment. And the idea is that what we want to do is we want to help people who have been either self-isolating or just want that little additional company now to be able to get out and take little short walks in the community. And short is the operative word here. We're talking about, to the end of your garden, to the end of your gate, or up and down your street, or around the block. We're not, something far, far greater, maybe something further down the road. But at the moment, it's just about building that stamina and that confidence to start actually having